Dan. Happy wedding day. 11 and a half years and we finally made it. It's been a roller coaster for us these past couple of months, and you've always tried to make me happy and motivated in our lives. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me so far, and I look forward to finally being part of you. Yes, that means taking your last name. I can actually picture you smiling when you read this. So I've got a little gift for you, a little history of Morris. Our future kid names are in there too, I've decided. So have a drink of whiskey or two on me and meet me at the altar. I've been waiting all my life to make you my husband, and the day is finally here. I will love you with all my heart and insult you every now and then to keep you in check. Yours forever, Mrs. Morris.
I was going straight in the lens then, wasn't it?
I'm not gonna cry.
No, I don't know.
Sweaty palms for the handshake now, though.
Yeah. Firm handshake.
Can't wait now, I'm excited.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding to welcome the bridal party? Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Prynhawn da a croeso cynnes iawn I chi gyd. It is my pleasure to welcome you all here today to Old Walls. My name is Yvonne, and on behalf of the City and County of Swansea, I have the honour and great pleasure to be conducting this ceremony, while my colleague Jenna has the legal duty of registering the marriage today. We have all gathered on this glorious day to witness the marriage of Daniel James Morris to Sawalak Becky Hayman. This is the start of a new chapter in their life together. On their behalf, I would like to thank you all for joining them, to share in their happiness today and to witness their commitment to each other as they make their marriage vows. Daniel and Becky wish to make an official declaration of their love for each other in the presence of those whom they love and whose friendship they cherish. I know it means a great deal to them that through your presence here, you are expressing your support for them both. And by sharing this occasion with them, you will help to add significance and meaning to their declarations, as well as a great deal of happiness and joy on this, their special day. Marriage is a commitment to and for life. It is based on mutual respect and the best that two people can find and bring out in each other. It is both a physical and emotional joining that is promised for a lifetime. Daniel and Becky have come to realise that they are each other's best friend, the other half that makes them whole. Marriage also requires devotion, the ability to listen, the wisdom to know when we are wrong, and the humility to be able to put things right. It cannot prevent you from making individual choices, but it will help reassure you that there is always someone waiting to listen and inspire you through all of life's joys and sorrows. This ceremony for Daniel and Becky is a statement to all those around them that they have found such love, friendship and support with each other that they want to share for the rest of their lives. They know that their marriage will be a relationship that is forever growing and changing, but throughout the years at its heart will be their loyalty and commitment to each other. This place, in which we are now met, has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. Marriage in this country is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. However, if any person here present knows of any lawful impediment to this marriage, then you should declare it now. Daniel and Becky, before you embark on this awesome journey by pledging yourselves to one another in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Now, these vows are not to be taken lightly or without due thought, for they are a formal and public pledge, sincerely made and faithfully kept. Any marriage union which you enter into has to be done so freely and voluntarily. So I therefore ask you now, in the presence of your family, friends and witnesses, do you, Daniel James Morris, come here today of your own free will to take Sawalak Becky Heyman to be your wife, and do you promise to remain true to her and only her for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
Do you, Sawalak Becky Heyman, come here today of your own free will to take Daniel James Morris to be your husband, and do you promise to remain true to him and only him for the rest of your lives together?
I do.
When two people pledge their love and care for each other, they create a spirit unique unto themselves, one which binds them closer than any spoken or written words. Marriage is a promise made in the hearts of two people who love each other, and which takes courage and dedication to honour and fulfil. It is now time for you each to declare in turn that you know of no lawful reason why you should not be joined in matrimony. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Daniel James Morris,
why I, Daniel James Morris,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Sawalak Becky Heyman.
to Sawalak Becky Heyman.
I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Sawalak Becky Heyman,
why I, Sawalak Becky Heyman,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Daniel James Morris.
to Daniel James Morris.
Now, having both declared their freedom and intention to marry one another, the moment has now come for Daniel and Becky to contract their marriage. This second declaration will legally unite you as husband and wife. If I could just take your flowers, you turn and face one another, you can hold each other's hands if you wish. You are saying these words to one another. Okay, so you need to repeat after me. All right. I call upon these persons here present to witness
that
I, Daniel James Morris,
do take thee,
Sawalak Becky Heyman,
Sawalak Becky Heyman,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I call upon these persons here present
to witness
that I, Sawalak Becky Heyman, do take thee, Daniel James Morris, to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
Well done. Okay. Turn my face for a second. Just got a little reading that I want to give to the couple from myself and Jenna. He's Not Perfect by Bob Marley. He's not perfect, you aren't either. And the two of you will never be perfect. But if he can make you laugh, at least once, cause you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and makes mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most that you can. He isn't going to quote poetry. He's not thinking about you every moment. But he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. So don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyse. Smile when he makes you happy. And yes, yell when he makes you mad. But most of all,
Lots of that.
listen when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist. But there is always one guy that is perfect for you. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel and Becky have chosen the traditional way of sealing their marriage by the giving and receiving of rings. The wedding ring forms an unbroken circle, one which symbolises a love that is complete and never-ending. It is an outward sign of the promises that you have made to each other today and a permanent, tangible reminder of your hopes and dreams for the future. If I could just ask our best man Josh to step forward, please. Josh, if you could pass Becky's ring to Daniel.
Small one.
Thank you. Just hold that on tip of the finger. And repeat
Which
these
hand?
words. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of our marriage.
and as a symbol of our marriage.
As I place this ring
As I place this ring
upon your finger,
upon your finger,
I commit my heart to you.
I commit my heart to you.
I will laugh with you
I will laugh with you
in times of joy
in times of joy
and comfort you
and comfort you
in times of sorrow.
in times of sorrow.
I will share in your dreams
I will share in your dreams
and support you
and support you
as you strive to achieve your goals.
as you strive to achieve your goals.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
no matter what life holds for us,
no matter what life holds for us,
you will have my support, friendship and love.
you will have my support, friendship and love.
I promise this to you
I promise this to you
today, tomorrow and forever.
today, tomorrow and forever.
Push the ring over. Well done. If I could just ask Josh to step forward once again, please. This time, we get Daniel thing to Becky. Thank you very much. Okay. I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a token of my love
as a token of my love
and as a symbol of our marriage.
and as a symbol of our marriage.
As I place this ring
As I place this ring
upon your finger,
upon your finger,
I commit my heart to you.
I commit my heart to you.
I will laugh with you
I will laugh with you
in times of joy
in times of joy
and comfort you
and comfort you
in times of sorrow.
in times of sorrow.
I will share in your dreams
I will share in your dreams
and support you
and support you
as you strive to achieve your goals.
as you strive to achieve your goals.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
no matter what life holds for us,
no matter what life holds for us,
you will have my support, friendship and love.
you will have my support, friendship and love.
I promise this to you
I promise this to you
today, tomorrow
Okay.
and forever.
today, tomorrow and forever.
Push the ring all the way up. Well done.
Weird.
Your marriage is the proud confirmation of the love, respect and true friendship that you have for one another. Today, your separate lives with your individual memories, desires, hopes and dreams have merged into one. You have both agreed to share your strengths and responsibilities, and may you nurture this trust. As together you will be stronger to meet whatever challenges life holds for you in the future. Daniel and Becky, you have both made your marriage declarations prescribed by law before each other, your family, friends and witnesses here today. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to declare that you are now husband and wife. Congratulations, you may proceed.
Byddwch yn fodlon codi I derbyn eich briodfab ac eich briodferch. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you please to be upstanding to welcome your bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Morris. Diolch yn fawr iawn, ladies and gentlemen.
Afternoon, everybody. Right. I hope you've had a less stressful day than I've had today. So we're here at last. It's been 11 years since we first got together when we were 16 and 17-year-old in school. I find it quite ironic. One of the things that attracted Becky to me in the first place was my hair. And it's because of her there's none of it left now today. Like I said, been 11 years, and I think some people, that's too long for Becky. A couple of years ago, thought I was being romantic. Took Becky to Edinburgh for Christmas, and then we flew to Paris for her birthday. And everyone that I told this to thought that I was going to propose. And the only person that didn't think that I was going to propose was me. And we were at the Eiffel Tower, and we were walking away from the Eiffel Tower, and it was night time, and there was some sort of display going on, and it was all sparkly, and it was all pretty. And Becky was walking away in front of me in a huff because I hadn't proposed while we were up the Eiffel Tower. And as she was walking away, I was like, "Oh, Becky, look! Look at the Eiffel Tower!" And she obviously thought that I was going to be down on one knee, so that didn't make her mood any better that evening. And probably 2 months before I actually did propose, we had a bit of a barney about how I wasn't prepared to commit, and we weren't going anywhere. and I already had the ring by this point, and this was the thing.
Dan, what did I say about brownie points?
I had the ring ready to go, and I had to really fight the urge not to be correct in every argument we had, and not get the ring out and just throw it at her at like 11 o'clock at night. But I'm glad I didn't, and today has been absolutely perfect. Becky has done so much work to make today as special and as perfect as it can be. All of the jars and the flowers and all this, Becky has put so much work in over the last 6 months to a year. And I didn't realise quite how much work she had put in until I started loading the car up yesterday to bring all the stuff down. And I'm looking at all this stuff and I wish she found all the time to do all of this. And what have I been doing for the last year? I haven't done any of this. So I just want to say that I'm very thankful for all the work that you've put in, and today's been absolutely perfect. So first toast I want to do to Becky and all the work that she's put in over the last year to make today special. Thank you. And while we're on the topic of Becky, I think we can all agree that today Becky looks the most Asian that we've ever seen her. And she looks absolutely beautiful. That goes without saying. And as you can all attest to, as you've seen me this morning before Becky arrived, I was an absolute state this morning. But that all faded away as soon as I turned around and saw her this morning. I want to say a couple of thank yous to my parents and to Becky's parents as well. I think the biggest thank you goes to Mr. Heyman over on that table. If he hasn't been the smooth talker that he was 25 years ago in Thailand and met Becky's mother, I don't think that Becky would even be here today. So it's a big thank you to David for that. And a big thank you to my parents as well for all the help and assistance that you've given me over the last 20 years to make me the man I am today, and all the assistance with the wedding as well. So another toast, final toast from myself to the parents. Thank you very much. And that's it from me. I'm going over to the best man.
There you go. Hey. Hello. Okay, we're good. Everyone okay? I know there's been a lot of, you probably all sat through some long, boring best man speeches, so I'm going to keep this short, unfunny, much like this man himself. It's gone down well. Hey. Save the applause. Let's hold it. So I've known these guys separately for about 16 years now. Me and Dan met in year 7. I remember how we became friends because when I started in comprehensive, I quickly became best friends with this boy called Johan. He was a Korean boy. And we were in the same class with Dan. And it was about 3 months after me and Johan had been best friends. Dan just started working his way in there. I don't really know how it happened because suddenly Johan wasn't my best friend anymore and Dan was instead. So I'm just putting that out there. There is warning there that Dan has a history of getting these Asians out of the way. Just nudging them out. Out of the way. Yeah. So Dan was a special boy. It's tough to describe Dan going through school because he drew a lot of hate. He seemed to have a mission about him just to get people to dislike him. In the way he acted, glaring example, usual boy stuff in school, every lunchtime, all the lads to get together, play some football. Weekly, Dan would kick the ball on the roof and end the game. For no purpose than to make enemies. And this led, you had shenanigans throughout, led to a lot of fights. You may not believe it, but this boy has been involved in his fair share of scraps. I remember one in particular was all because he stole someone's chip. That one was a special one. But luckily, I guess, bigging myself up here, he found me. Because I didn't, even though everyone hated him, no one could say a bad word about me. So we were able to get our way through school. But then Will joined our crew. And then there was another boy called Reese. And the four of us, we were separated from the rest of the school. It was really just us four. We hung around just us four. We weren't very cool at all. To put in what we did pretty much every weekend, we would go over one of our houses, play Halo, and watch Shaun the Dead every weekend, just non-stop. So we were isolated from the group, and that's where Becky comes in. So that wasn't a joke. That was a lead-up. So now we're into sixth form. In our school in sixth form is when you got access to this special area, I guess you would say, where only the sixth form students could go, and tables seated about all the place. Because we weren't really friends with every group because of this guy, I could sort of get us within every group because I could sit with everyone, but they wouldn't accept Dan. So we sort of found ourselves sitting with Will's friends as like the uncool kids of the school, to put it simply. But Will knew them from back in the day, so that's who we sat with. And then Becky started hanging out with us one day. And that didn't make a lot of sense, because Becky was this cool girl. She was this mysterious figure no one knew a lot about. She played sports. She brought trainers to school just to walk home in. Just a very cool person. So she started hanging out with us. And us being, I mean, we've never been good with the ladies. Us lot. So we never talked about this because we didn't know what to say. But we were all just thinking she likes one of us. We have no idea which one, but she likes one of us. But no one wants to bring it up. No one wants to be that guy that puts themselves out there as this one of us. And then I remember I was walking home with Becky one day. She was walking with me, so I'm thinking, am I the one? Isn't? And then she's telling me that she had talked to Dan on MSN. Don't know if any of you remember MSN back in the day. She was talking to Dan, and she was laughing the entire time because Dan was telling her that his dog was licking his fingers. And that was cracking her up, thinking it's a very peculiar thing to really find funny. It's not that good of a story. But she was loving it. So I think, okay, so it's Dan. Dan's the one. I think I got the inside knowledge here. And Dan had never talked at all to me about any of his past girlfriends. He was very secretive about his life, his love life. Never heard a thing. So he never told me that him and Becky had started dating and things like this. I remember because one day we went into maths class in A-level. There was only about 6 of us in that class. And the teacher, Mrs. Weir, just asked Dan, who was that girl I just saw you kissing? And that's when I found out you're dating Becky. And great news. And it's somehow, I mean, for people who knew both of you back in the day, it is beyond belief that this somehow works. But it really does. I've seen you grow together we lived together in uni. We've known each other now a long time. We've been on holidays together. And I remember just in the ceremony just then, and the woman said that you found each other's best friend. And it really is true because you have grown together. You've become this one entity. And it's been really terrific to see. And I know it's going on a bit now, so I'm going to wrap this up now. So I will just say, I know that Dan's family love Becky so much, and they're so grateful that by some miracle, someone has taken Dan away from them. There is no chance they thought this day was coming at any point. They are blessing themselves. I know that Becky's family love you, and they're so proud to have you. And me, I'm just privileged to call you my friends. So if you could all raise your glasses, and in the words of the late great Bob Marley, no woman, no cry. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like to call upon the bride and groom to come up and cut the cake. If you would let the photographers take the official photographs, then please come up and take your own photographs once they are finished. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's the wrong way round. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nope, it's still going.
Is there a base?
There you go, yay!
There's a base in there.